All right, dear students, let's go ahead and take a look at the free writes. We're looking at the free writes for the visual text analysis portion. So let's see, our free writes are here. I'm in the free write section here on the module. So if you go to that, you'll be able to follow along. This is right beneath the research paper, which is the module titled Week 5. And the free writes are right before. So you know you've hit this point, you've gone one too far. Additional lectures, right? So that has additional stuff like essay writing. And if you have not already, do please take a look at this. It was not as important with, say, essay one, but everything from here on out does rely on the basic foundations established in essay writing. So if you haven't, please do look at that first. Anyway, so the free writes for this week pick up. Page numbers are correct as is on there right now. So this is going to be, well, let's see if we, sorry, if we just go to the free writes, click those open right there. Brings you here. The visual text free writes, these are going to start on page 14 with a real easy one. Bigger picture on all of these and this whole unit of study, we're looking at how, like a director, for example, is going to use visual devices to communicate a message. And in fact, here it might be fun. Go ahead and take a look at a minute of the free write there. So what we would do in this one is we would cover symbolism, color symbolism, and nature symbolism first, and then we would get to our free write here. So if you want to be prepared like the way we would be in class, do please review that. Like go to the visual text analysis and please review the section on symbolism. There's two parts, right? There's symbolism and color and symbolism and nature. And once you've checked those out, I would come here, and there's really nothing as far as like the captions go that we need to worry about. But here we'll play it for a minute. I'm going to take the sound off. But you can think about the sound, right? What are the elements of sound, right? What are the elements of color, costume, camera angle, setting? Any of these things, right? The house. What does the house say about the couple? Any of these things can be used in a visual text analysis. It's a lot like any type of writing or any type of analysis where you're using evidence from the text to make an argument. You're doing the same thing here, except, of course, in this case, our text is visual. We have a visual text. And the argument that we're going to make is that things, I don't know, like, for example, music and maybe camera angle, color symbolism, and maybe some nature symbolism, we just need to pick four. So I picked four. So I'm going to base my whole essay around those 4 points. I'm going to talk about how those things, how the director uses those things to communicate a message or a broader idea or concept that relates and corresponds to the whole film, if it's a film that you're watching. So like in this one, of course, this is just a free write, so we're just kind of getting started on these. I would, in this one, think a lot about symbolism. Right? There's a lot of symbolism in here, and just think about what it means, what it shows. Think about color symbolism. And here, I'll go ahead and stop it there. You can check out the rest. But that gives us a nice start there of how to get started there with the essay as a whole, and then with that free write in particular. Next is the same one. I would, in order to prep for this one, this is the last one that deals with film, so it'd be a good. It would behoove you. It would be beneficial to say get through the film devices. Let me show you what I mean. I realized I should have brought that out already. If you go under visual text analysis, take out the lecture there, as I'm going to do from my notes here. Sorry, if I do it the other way, it will, it does some weird thing and it stalls the video and everything freezes. So I won't be clicking things from the module while we're recording. Okay, so say symbolism. There we go. Symbolism starts. It basically starts talking about around 35 about how to analyze visual texts. It goes into a deep dive on color symbolism, and then nature on 39 is where that starts. And then just, I would say, as far as movie analysis, you want to get through the whole section there. So you get to, say, about page 92, and that is the end of visual text analysis. The end of film analysis, the beginning of photography. After that, it deals with photography, a little art, how to analyze art, how to analyze advertising. But yeah, get to about, say, 39 to 92. If you cover those pages, you're more than covered for this particular topic. In this free write, we're again looking at a clip from a film. You'll see that clip on our module page, and watch the clip and react and respond. What kinds of things do you see there? What kinds of things do you see there that would be considered visual devices? The clip I've selected for us is really, it's very visual. You'll see there's a lot of, I'll just put one out there that's kind of a general English device, like a literary device that you'll also see here, illusion. Put that up there for you. All right, so look for that. There's a lot of other devices, a lot of other visual devices, color symbolism as well as nature symbolism, and a whole lot of other types of things in there. But look for those things, right? Those things like, color and sound and setting and costume, and what do these things mean, right? That's really the beginning of what we're doing when we're starting to talk about, what is a visual text analysis. All right, so next we're going to transition into advertisement. For this section, I would review the part of the lecture on advertisement. So that starts on page 106. Don't forget about 105. There's a great analytical device there if you're analyzing art, for example. But if we're focusing on advertisement, which is the focus of that next free write, that's 106 to, it's almost done there, so to 136. So 106 to 136 I would cover before you get to that free write. That's what we'd normally do in class. So I would look at that and then go ahead and take a look at free write number 16. And free write number 16 is going to focus on a print advertisement, like a PSA. There's a document there related to it in the file under this one, and then there's a lot to pick apart and to analyze here, and we're just doing that, right? We're looking at what are the visual devices or strategies on display that you can see. There's a lot of things. Let's just say, for example, to pick something obvious, but that's not going to give everything away that I want you to get here. Think about color. Maybe the color of the victim's outfit compared to everyone else, right? She definitely stands out, right? The color of her top emphasizes her, as well as her position in many ways. Her being where she is, and also in the center of the frame. If you look at rule of thirds and things, it's very much her costume as well as her position in the PSA are both well crafted and well designed to get our attention. So that's part of it. There's a lot more there. So please do take a minute to think about that one. There's a lot there that we usually end up having a great discussion about. And then got the last two. Yep, last two. So this would be number 17. So this is also on advertisement. So if you've read the stuff on advertisement, which actually you could even split into two sections if you want, read, I'll say 106 to 120 and then 120 to 136 the next day. This would be part 2 of advertisement. And this is a real short ad. The ad's up there, right? It's a short clip. Excuse me. Well, I'll say what I would say in class, and I won't say anymore because I don't want to spoil it. But think, among other things, think about the message that's being delivered in this ad. Think about something more complex than they want you to smell good. I mean, that's obviously part of it when they're selling you on a product. They're saying buy this product, but there's a deeper message here, and that can really tie in nicely with symbolism. If you read and analyze and study this ad symbolically, it will give you some good ideas about what this whole thing means. Okay, so have fun with that one. It's very short. You might have to watch it a couple times, but it's very complex. That's what I love about this one. Is it's short and there's a lot in there. There's a lot to analyze there. Okay, and now this one, let me show you where this is. This is the one thing I didn't set up yet either. I'll show you where that is right now. Okay, so this last one here is on graphic novel. So you do want to look at the short section on writing about graphic novels, which I start on like the next page after the one that we just talked about there. So 137, there's a short section on graphic novels that ends on 143 with my analytical strategy there about analyzing graphic novels. So I would try to make use of that if you can. These are the what this is, this page. These are the main things to look for. Like when you're analyzing a graphic novel and you're trying to figure out what kind of devices are in there and what kind of stuff should you and could you write about. These are some of the more common devices that are used in graphic novels. So this may not be the answer, but this will probably help you out as far as finding the answer. Odds are that these devices are used in basically any graphic novel. Obviously, they may not be the ones specifically that you're looking for, so you do have to consider other alternatives. But this is the last one, so this is page 18. We go ahead and grab the document. But of course, as you can tell, if you go to the Freewrites, that would be just page 18. Do take a look at the clip. The clip is like, this was in a graphic novel that was made into an animated feature film. That's the opening of it. Gives you a great background on the story, so I would certainly take a look at that first. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the graphic novel itself, which is here. And let me find our page number there. So I'm trying to put these all in one place now. Okay, good. There it is. Yeah. Sorry, that took a moment there. Okay, so you click on that link, you'll get the graphic novel. Again, this is the graphic novel in a PDF format, so please do enjoy. You'll find it to be very similar to reading a graphic novel, although it's a PDF format, so it's a little different. So we're looking at page 51, basically that whole chapter there. It starts on 51, ends on 57. So we're looking at the chapter that starts heroes, and we're putting emphasis, I would say, on pages 54, 55, 56, 57. But if you want to, like, just say, for example, to look at the chapter, that's a good idea. They're very short anyway. All right, so that's the last free write for this week. That'll bring you through the one on page 18, gets you through the analysis of Persepolis. And we'll pick up next time on page 19, where we start to look at the free writes for the rhetorical text analysis. Thank you, guys.